Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Paragon. We are here. We're out of the
Hi.
swamp. No more swamp.
Yay.
We're free.
The
So,
best part is that it lined up perfectly with one of our home games. So we're getting out of the swamp just barely in the last episode of our home game and getting out of the swamp in this
I've
one.
seen
Yeah.
nothing but swamp for so long.
yep, ready for a change of pace. But yeah, we're back. So before we get into it tonight, just a heads up. This is a pre-recorded session. As you probably know, it is Easter when this episode is going to go up. So we are pre-recording this because
We got
we'll
family
have
plans.
family plans going. But however, you might be seeing us popping into the chat every so often. So if you want to interact with us there, then yeah. But if you notice that your chat isn't popping up in the box, below me next to Erica's art right there, then that's why. Because this is pre-recorded. But yeah. So before we get into it, just we're gonna plug our Patreon. So if you want to support us and help us be able to make even more stuff and do this more often, then feel free to support us on there. You'll get exclusive Discord access at some of the tiers, and you might be able to play some games with us over Discord, and it may or may not be streamed here and there. And you also, at the highest tier, the Paragon tier, you will get a permanent discount on everything in our merch store forever and always, as long as you are subscribed to that tier.
You can get a Rakos t-shirt.
Yep.
This was still my favorite one.
It's
I'm
so
biased.
good. It's
You
so
are.
good. I think my personal favorite is still Art of Vaughn with the goggles.
Yeah, I
His
had
little
so
lamp.
much fun.
Yep. Yeah. Other than that, just keep an eye out on the on our merch store, because speaking of which, Andrew has been hard at work working on some projects. With that, he's been working for hours and hours each day. And so yeah, I really like the stuff that he's making, because honestly, most of the merch stuff has been Erica and Andrew. Most of my stuff has been more the behind the scenes writing kind of stuff. So most of the merch you've seen is made by them. So, and they're doing awesome. So yeah.
Oh.
Stop.
But I think that is
Where's my
just about everything. So why don't we go ahead and roll that intro? Yeah. This energy drink is so bad, Andrew. Why did you give me this?
'Cause I don't want them.
It tastes like cough syrup, but not even
Yep.
good cough syrup.
Ah.
But
Yeah.
I need the energy, so I'm just like,
Yeah, I'd say there's like one or two flavors I actually like, and then the rest I basically just tolerate.
Ah.
But I feel better on those. I feel less jittery compared to other ones.
True. Anyway, so last we left off, after saying goodbye to Amelia and a temporary farewell to Vivi, as he was escorting her to Sanctuary, to which he will, which he will meet you later. You finally departed from Willowfold, making your way directly directly northwest. Making your way through the swamp, seeing some strange creatures, having discussions on certain things, Wayne discovering new abilities, and Artavan asking Wayne to help him discover more of his magic and make sense of Artavan's master's notes in the journal that she had given him. You managed to come across this massive corpse flowers, something that you heard of right before you entered the swamp from I can't remember the gentleman's name, but I believe it was the Githyanki officer underneath one of Devant's brood knights that had told you to tell the corpse flower. That, with its shambling mound counterparts, you managed to fend it off really effectively, actually. Fend off the attack. Finally making
His name
camp.
was Thorrent, by the way.
Thorrent?
Thorrent Armstead.
That was the Githyanki?
Yep.
Oh. But as you...
Oh, no, sorry, Zerobao.
Yeah.
Thorrent was the one
Yeah,
in
I
the
was like,
general dude.
I don't remember naming a
Zerobao.
Githyanki that. It's like,
I got it mixed up.
yep.
Yeah,
Zerobao.
Zerobao.
So, a creature that Zerobao had warned you about. But now, finally, blessedly, you have... you stayed your last night in the swamp, and the next morning, you left, the trees getting thinner, the air drying out around you, the humidity dropping, as Gloomfurl's existence is a little strange and unnatural compared to the surrounding landscapes. As the air becomes, well, more arid and dry, and you step out of Gloomfurl's swamp into the Rusken Badlands, as the ground solidifies beneath your feet into cracked, hard dirt and sand. Far off to the east, you can see the silhouettes of the Iron Root Pass, where just on the other side, on the other side of which, you remember Spinewatch, the town where you had all first met. There is sagebrush and cacti kind of littering the area out in front of you. It's dry here, but not nearly as lifeless, I would say, as the saltlands in Alabast. There are tiny little lizards scuttling about, insects and bugs making their way around. You're seeing small rodent-like creatures scuttling here and there. As you walk, you'll spot the occasional snake, as well as birds of prey and vultures, birds of prey and carrion circling overhead. Even as you step out into the Badlands, Butte seems to immediately feel a bit more at home.
Perk up.
You're making me feel at home.
And that's quite the sudden change. You know, I think I'm gonna miss the swamp.
Glare.
I'm not going to miss the bugs or the smells or everything being wet or the things that tried to kill us or the black dragon or
You're explaining the whole swamp.
I don't think you're gonna miss the swamp.
I don't think you're going
I'm
to
gonna
miss.
miss it.
I don't think you're.
I think you're going to miss the people in it, but not the swamp.
The same thing.
No,
How dare you?
it's just like you know, if you left me in Rascalia, but you say you miss Rascalia, but you really just miss me.
You can see it like in his head. He's just like, I mean, both statements make sense.
I don't see the problem here.
So according to the map, I've been looking. We should be right around here. So if we keep heading a little bit more west than north, we could eventually get to Eagle's Roost. But look, you guys see that over there? Pointing over to the mountains. That's Iron Root Pass. That's where we first met.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was on the other side though.
Yeah.
It
that
was
was
wi-
crazy.
It was within the forest that you chased down that dwarf into the old fort that was a fort during the War of the Mountain Breaker.
Yeah, and we encountered those. Was it 2 gorillas?
Yep, gorillas
Gorillas
and
and a giant scorpion.
scorpion.
Yeah.
Giant bats.
That was fun. Looking back on it, it's like, but in the moment, I definitely was like,
And we had that hyena that wasn't really tasty.
I thought it was really good.
It wasn't that tasty.
It was better raw.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it's an acquired taste.
But I do remember the giant scorpion, and that one did taste quite good.
Yes. That one was really good. Don't you remember Artaban?
I try not to.
Oh. What was your favorite part?
Probably Dante, honestly.
Understandable.
Yeah. He's great that way.
Oh, he says hi, by the way.
When he kissed Princess, that was really funny.
Yeah. It was.
I say hi back.
At night, every now and then, I'll send him a message here and there just to give him updates of what we're doing.
Oh, that's nice.
Hmm.
You should tell him I say hi too.
I could do that.
Yeah. So, man, are we going to be we're going to be going this way, right? And she like points to where they're going and on the map, and it looks like it's so much shorter than it's going to be. Why do maps have to be like that?
Well, I mean, if the map was larger, then you wouldn't be able to carry it around.
How do people shrink it like that? So, if you map something out, how do you make it smaller? How do you scale it accurately?
I mean, it's basic math.
Yeah, Cosmo, it's basic math.
Oh,
Yeah, see, Artavan understands.
yeah. Anyone would know it. Yeah.
Basically, for every inch on here is the equivalent of 10 miles in real life.
Okay. So, it's how many miles to Eagle's Roost?
Roughly
Oh boy.
400. Or no. How many did we say was 1 square?
It's like, I want to say for the Rascalia map, the square's roughly like I want to say 20-ish miles, 20, 25 miles around there.
Okay. So
It-
we're looking at roughly like 300 miles or so.
Oh,
350, give or take.
well, we better get going.
As long as we're not in the swamp, I'm good.
Yeah, we get to go fast now.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely like laxed and laid back, arm up high, like he's in a relaxed state. He's so
We can drive. It's fine.
no, he's got one hand on there, like he's just hanging out.
Like the old farmer sitting on the truck.
Where he
with the
was
arm
kind
out
of
the window.
annoyed. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like he was kind of hunched over and upset, but now he's
That's great.
relaxed driving, one hand on top.
It is nice to see the sky clearly.
Yeah, and to not, be sticky.
Or smelly.
We should
Mhm.
find some fresh, non-sticky water, and like
Also-
bathe. Oh,
No more bugs.
that'd be
Mhm.
nice.
I mean, there are still kind of bugs, but not the same kind.
But not those.
Not even close.
I felt
not-
like I constantly had to be using shocking grass
Yeah,
to be able to
the
just
tiny little-
electrify it.
Yeah.
We probably all have some kind of disease.
Oh, without a doubt.
Hmm.
Did you know that mosquitoes carry like most diseases in the world?
I don't want to know that.
So I imagine in a place like this, they have all sorts of diseases.
Don't touch a snake.
You kind of like lean over to Artaban. I think some of the people at Willowfold weren't even dead. I think they were just sick.
He doesn't know what to do anymore.
He's
already-
Just the PTSD 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, he hates the undead, and he's just Willowfield's in the past now. He doesn't even think about it anymore. So,
Out of sight,
Yeah.
out of mind.
Who?
what's a swamp?
Lady, what now?
Also, I'm excited to see what this amulet has. The ability of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Vivi expected it, so I already know technically what it does, but it'll be interesting to activate it.
Hopefully it's not like those goggles.
I mean, even if it were this one, I'd be okay leaving on.
You know what? Fair enough. Huh. I don't know if I'd ever want something on me permanently.
Well, it comes from someone that I think I respect greatly, so I'm okay with leaving it on.
Fair enough, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I could have my dad's axe, like, attached to my hand, that would be amazing.
But then you'd have to do everything one-handed.
I'd learn.
It would make cutting things easier.
It would. Everything is already easy to cut with my axes. my three actions.
Well, your three big ones.
My two big ones, but if you count the mega mandible, three big ones, and then a hand axe. So 4?
Yeah. So, what time of day is it right now?
It's like late morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Woohoo.
All right, so we can travel for a bit and then find a place to rest later this evening. So, I guess let's head off. Do we want to follow the swamp line just in case, or should we
No.
head straight out into the desert?
We don't need to follow it. Things will just jump out at us. I'd rather brave whatever is out there than in the swamp. I'm more familiar.
Also, it might be easier to see it coming.
Exactly.
All right.
Onward
So-
quest.
This first day of travel, Let's go over here. So, remember, now that you're out of the swamp, you can move 2 spaces a day.
Yeah! Woohoo!
So,
40 miles.
yeah, with the cart being able to do it in relatively unhindered terrain. There are certain encounters and stuff that can slow you down. So I would say one of you roll a die smaller than a d20 for me, please.
Cosmo.
Okay, I'll do it. D12 like always. 4. It's one less than 5, but oh well.
Alrighty, so let me check this.
No TPK, no TPK, no TPK. How could you say that?
Alrighty, so on this first day out into the arid, the arid Badlands, you're trotting along the treads of your the treads of your cart, doing rather well on this uneven terrain. And I need you to make a somebody make a perception check for me, please.
Anyone but me.
I could do it. I want to try out on here. Perception.
Okay, maybe I should.
That is a 6.
A 6.
I see nothing.
Alrighty, so
Yeah, that wouldn't have helped. I got one eye, okay.
I'm just curious. Okay, that would have helped, but I wasn't looking.
so as you're trotting along, you don't really get a chance to see it. Who's driving at the moment?
Let's see. If it's evens, it's me. Ah, Cosmo.
Oh, it's me. Oh, okay. I'm
Damn.
driving.
Taking a nap.
Cosmo, are you proficient in land vehicles?
I'm driving.
What? No.
You're driving, Ardavan?
No. It's-
Okay. Then, let's see.
It'd be under tools. Unless she's learned it from Ardavan. But
Yeah.
outside of that, the answer is no.
I've been taking turns driving with him this whole time.
I would say you've driven long enough that you're proficient
Yeah.
with it.
I'd
Yeah.
say so.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
doing
I
it
would think
this
so.
whole time.
Right. She didn't go to school for it, so she doesn't have a license, but
well, as you guys are not paying attention, suddenly a shadow descends on you. And as it does, so the shadow descends. Wayne, are you up top? On top of
I
it?
am up top.
Wayne, on either side of you, you're surprised how quietly this goes. And on either side of you, you see talons. Huge talons. Come down and try to snatch the carriage. It's Cosmo, as
Did
you
we
are
unlock
driving,
fast traveling?
what are you going to do to try and do it? The DC is pretty high because none of you saw it coming. What are you gonna try? What are you gonna try to do?
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. So it's trying to lift the wagon up.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? And it's a big thing, right?
Oh, it's huge.
It's huge. My instinct is telling me to have Butte run really fast, but Cosmo would see this and set Butte loose.
We are actively riding.
We're actively riding?
Yeah, this
we
is
are
why
like-
you're driving.
Actively in the air.
Yeah, we're driving.
We're driving, yeah.
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 Yeah. She would see that happening, see how big it is, make a calculation in her brain, and set Butte loose.
Instead of, okay.
and tell him to go hide.
All right. You pull the pins or whatever. I don't know how brains work, so you disconnect him
Disconnect the
from.
harness.
So he's still got part of the barding and everything on
Yeah.
him,
He's
and
got the reins.
and he'll listen to your verbal commands, and he'll go and he'll and just like veer off to the left as your cart is still going, which means this thing is able to latch on.
Oh gosh.
Wayne,
I made a
Make
terrible
a-
decision, but it's a Cosmo thing to do.
yep,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I would
He
say
said, "Oh, let's make ourselves
I would say
easy
Co-
targets."
so both of you might know what this is. Cosmo, make a history check to see if your personal history. Wayne, make a nature check for me.
Nope. I got a 4.
30-20.
Cosmo, you have heard tale of this, most likely from Ink. Ink has told you of this.
Writing. It's just from a book.
This right here is considered one of the major terrors of the Badlands. A wild beast. So much so that this is one of the prized beasts. This is the near pinnacle of bone breaker glory. A rock has swooped down this giant bird of prey, almost like a huge falcon, has snatched your cart and is beginning to take off with it.
Yeah, she'll immediately realize her error, and Wayne and Artaban will hear her swear.
It
All
says
right.
that our rock has the wingspan of 200 feet.
Oh my gosh.
So to put it in perspective,
The gargantuan monster.
yes. So put it in perspective. Yeah, this is this is the rock. If you look at the
Oh gosh.
it is a 4x4 creature.
I'm sorry.
Is this like
sorry.
the real life scaling or?
I'm sorry.
It's
Cosmo's
meant to
Might
cost,
as well be.
80 miles.
Yeah, it's
So-
like 80 miles big.
So it's So
nest is
it
the whole
latches on,
swamp.
and it is starting to beat its wings to lift it off the ground. It does take some force because this cart is sturdy, you know, and so it's not able to just lift it super easily.
It might even wake me from my nap.
So
Make it let
so
go.
Cosmo, you had your action to disconnect Butte and tell him to run. Wayne and Art of the rock is going to grapple the carriage, and with no way to steer it, it will automatically succeed. Artavan and Wayne, you both actually have a yeah, you both have an action that you can do as well, though. So Wayne, you're on top of it. Where are you, Artavan?
I'm inside. I was taking a nap.
You're inside taking a nap. So you just hear this,
I get jostled away.
and you hear the scratching. I feel like one of the claws would pierce right through the wood and go into the ceiling, almost like stabbing through Vivi's hammock that's attached to the ceiling. And so if Vivi was there, he would have been like impaled.
Channel
so-
my inner Vivi and cast Animal Friendship.
Yeah.
Can this be our new friend, our new pet?
That would be so awesome.
That would be so broken.
Just try. Oh, gosh.
It's so funny.
Just to check, from the last fight we did we get a rest since
Yeah,
then? Or did
you got a long rest.
we did?
Oh,
Yeah.
we did. Okay.
Yeah, you're full up.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Well, I'm kind of curious. Artavan, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You
You
go
can decide.
first.
Okay, cool. So we're away from the swamp right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are there any trees around us?
There's like more like sagebrush and some cacti.
Is there any large cacti?
Yeah, they're decent. They're decent size. They're not like the huge ancient ones that we have like down in Arizona, but they're
But decent size.
yeah, they're decent size. They're like taller than people.
And about, are we lifted up off the ground yet, or is it like?
It is
beginning
about to be.
Okay, cool. How far away would you say we are? Like, are we going in between the cactus and everything?
They're kind of littered all over the place. So yeah, you'd be going between.
Perfect. I needed to make a con save, please.
Alrighty. Let me.
DC is 16.
Okay, let me go like this. You know what?
Wouldn't it
How
be-
about?
Let me just double check something to make sure that it's applying. Okay, cool. Yeah, DC is 16.
Give me just 1 second.
Its con's gonna be really good, but I might as well try this.
Mm-hmm.
Give me just 1 second. I just see on the chat, Artavan, uh-oh.
Yeah.
We'll say, since you wanted the cacti to be kind of in between, let's put you right there. Let me just go like this. If we're gonna get into this, why don't we use a battle map?
Aw, pretty.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna move
before
this
we roll
over.
initiative
Pretty.
proper,
Wow.
so yeah, you can go ahead and do the thing. I just see, uh-oh, we gonna die. Run, Butte! Butte is over here.
Oh gosh.
Always wanted
Yeah.
a rock.
Dude, I wish we had BB right now.
So go ahead
Animal
and
friendship on this would be
ca-
so good.
so can you what were you gonna can you cast the thing on Foundry, Andrew?
Sure can.
Okay. It's gonna be so nice having our action packs back.
Right.
There we go. All right, con save.
Hell yeah! Fails! So you see the claws gather around, and then you just see Wayne right underneath it, and then he casts up and then casts it forward as he launches it forward into the 90 feet into the, let's see, where's the most cactus? We're going to say into these cactus over here.
Where?
Those cacti.
Way in the corner.
Right corner.
In the upper right corner.
Upper right corner.
I mean,
okay.
the most are around Butte, but you
So
know.
basically, because it says it has to be on a surface, so he's actively trying to fly, so I'm going to like wait for him to, as he's cast his wings up, and then teleport just sudden, and then I want him to crash into the cactus.
I will allow that because it failed the saving throw. Let's see. If you put him right there, he's touching 2 cacti. So let's do, because those are big cacti and he's a big boy, let's do 2d4 per cacti. All right, if you want to just roll those for me. I was about to roll them, but you can go ahead and roll them.
15! That's almost max!
Woohoo!
Alrighty. And you see it stumbles, it's confused, and it just like crashes, and it takes a second for it to get up. Artavan, are you gonna do anything with your action?
I think being jostled awake, hearing Cosmo swear, and being thrown around, suddenly flash a light, and everything's quiet down. He's gonna finally open the door, being like, "What's going on?"
And as you open the door, you
There's a giant bird!
see Butte. You see Butte, because if you're opening it on the left side, you see Butte just like crouch down, just away. Like, how far away is this? Like 60 feet away, just.
He's for a second, he's like, "This is a dream. This must be a dream." I'm trying to just like comprehend the idea of a 200 wingspan sized bird like kicking up dust as he's fluttering around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
Very
gargantuan
fun.
size right there is just the size of the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wings
you're
are
gonna,
way
You're gonna go and.
What?
Yeah, that's not including wing size.
Wingspan is 200 feet.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's
I want to see how big
It's
this.
way out there.
Oh my gosh!
We're little.
Like crap.
I mean, we could use it for fast travel.
You just hear this like. It's like that.
It's like a lot
but
of
with
reverb.
that
and, like,
with like extreme bass
yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, his sucker's freaking huge.
All right.
Don't let me roll ever again.
Okay.
Next time,
Oh my
2
gosh.
rock appear.
Well,
It's as big as a plane. Oh my gosh!
It's
So-
about as big as a Boeing.
yeah.
747.
It's
So
a
yeah,
plane.
I think
It's a bird
you
as
would
big as
like
a
do that,
plane.
and you'd hear the crash and the screeching Artavan.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
All right.
Yeah, he definitely
So-
go to like meet it, whatever.
All right. So it is definitely confused, but since your carriage is now immobilized, you're gonna have to fight this thing or abandon the carriage.
Butte over and reattach him quickly.
Not quickly.
No.
I have this slight impression we might not be able to outrun this thing if it were to stick on us. Wow, 1 and a 20, what the heck?
Yeah. So go ahead and roll initiative for me, fellas.
Okay, let's see, where is it now?
I'm so
Utility?
sorry. I rolled the number and then I destroyed our way of escape.
Artavan, remember you got your sentinel shield, so you have advantage actually.
Fine. Okay, there it is. It glows, so it looked different. Is it not going to do it? I don't think it can do it again.
Just go ahead and roll. Let's just re-roll, and then we'll move it to the higher one, so I can re-roll it for you.
Interesting.
Okay.
When I rolled
Roll.
my dice,
Okay. Nope. So let's
7.
7. Yep. Okay.
Makes sense. He was kind
I
of
rolled a 3 on mine, and then Artaban's dice hit it, and it changed it to an 8, and it counted the 8.
That's great. Well, top of the
I thought it was supposed to
round
be a 4.
is Cosmo.
It is me. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Up to 120 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my javelin, excuse me, and throw it at disadvantage because it's 120
DM thing.
feet.
Do you want to rage first?
Yes,
Okay.
I do, of course.
For
obviously.
extra damage, because I notice you do that a lot. You attack and then rage.
Maybe.
So, yeah. So there's that,
Okay, there we go.
That's big.
I did that.
and then make
And
sure
then-
you go like this. Apply to select token.
So many words.
Right.
Okay.
There's more.
Gonna
it
roll my
keeps-
D8.
No.
6. Okay.
Protected lights.
Protective lights. Okay. Oh, that's great because we'll all get a +1 bonus to our AC.
Does
Okay.
that include our cart?
It's just.
I don't think
allies.
so because it doesn't say object.
Yeah, it says allies, not objects.
Yeah, it counts as an
I
object.
consider it a home, therefore it's an ally.
Okay. And then if you want
I put
another,
googly
another
eyes
thing,
on it.
I know you're more used to
I
playing Ghost at this point. Remember, you also got Reckless Attack.
Yeah, and I can, as a feature for this rage, I can move up to half my movement speed.
Oh yeah.
So, yes, I can. That's 40, so I'm going to move 20 feet this way. I wonder if that puts me in range. Let's see.
70.
70 and
It's 30, 120.
dang it. Well, I'll take it.
Are you going to reckless or no?
I'm going to reckless, which will
Make
put
it
it to a
normal.
normal roll.
Yep.
I hate this game.
Wow.
Now I have advantage on
Impressive.
you.
Well,
You
can
still
attack
have another
again.
attack.
I do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
forgot.
Javelin. You're too used to playing Ghost.
I
There you
am.
go. That
Yay,
definitely hits.
26 to
Just
hit.
misses.
No.
Go ahead and roll damage, please.
Don't do me like that. Oh, max damage.
Woo!
11. 11 piercing damage.
Shouldn't it be
You also have
13?
another thing
I do have another thing.
because you are proficient with javelins.
I
Go
do
to effects.
effects,
No, features.
features.
Let's see, where is it? It's what's the weapon attack for javelin?
Oh.
Like the effect.
It's
Weapon mastery.
It's slow.
Yeah,
So
If you hit a creature with a javelin and deal damage to the creature, you can reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. If the creature is hit more than once with this property, the speed reduction doesn't exceed 10 feet.
Okay.
So, it's
minus 10,
slowed.
minus 10 feet
Yeah.
speed. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Let me just apply the damage.
Thank you.
And I
did so much.
I
I'm not used to
and then
this.
I applied the rage to your token, so it should automatically
Okay.
calculate your rage damage now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You gonna end your turn there, or you gonna move it all?
Oh
You still
yeah,
have your
I
40.
can move more.
You got your full. You still have your full 40 because you used your
I
rage.
do
movement.
still have my full 40. I'm ending my turn there.
Okay. Well, up next is the Rock.
Freak!
Dwayne the
let me
Rock
just see.
Johnson.
Freak!
Let's see.
you know it's funny.
That's
You
definitely
could have
what
moved
I
it to
named
30 foot distance. And then had advantage.
Gosh.
Okay, well,
Don't tell me.
now it's going to take flight. Now it only has a fly speed of 110.
I hate it.
Oh gosh.
So it's going to fly 30 feet right there, just hovering right above target, and it's going to go with a talon attack.
And it has advantage against me because I used reckless. So I'm gonna die real quick. Bye, guys.
Well, if you distract it, we can get
For
boot
a
and go.
26 to hit.
Oh my gosh.
No, that doesn't hit. Yeah, it hits.
He's a plus 13 to his strength.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and
I feel like this
My
is a...
18 means nothing.
You have to roll
Probably
5
not.
or below. Oh no, 4 or
you
below.
take 25 piercing damage. That is half down to 12.
Okay. Oh,
you're
thank
raging.
goodness.
But you
Thank
are
goodness.
grappled.
Oh.
I don't know if we can free her. Like, just
And
takes off
it's
like
going
we're...
to use it is going to use this thing. What is it? Is that an action or hold on? I need to see if that's a okay, that is a bonus action. So as a bonus action, it is going to fly up. Let's see, what's half of that? It's going to fly straight up. Half of 110. 55.
Because it moved. It moved.
This is a different thing. This is a bonus action. This isn't
up
its
to half
movement.
its fly speed.
This
Yeah.
is its bonus action. So it's going to fly 55 feet up and drop Cosmo.
Oh gosh.
Hey, we don't have to free her.
The Cosmo, for every 10 feet over that, so you take...
I just put the grappled icon on and took it back off.
Yep. So you take 22, half down to 11 bludgeoning damage. And you
Gosh.
are prone as it just drops you on the ground. So now it is 55 feet up. And then it was, let's just see, it was right here. So it moved 25 feet. So it's, yeah. And then it's just going to go and then just dive bomb over to the cart again, almost as if the cart is the prey, and it's gonna like, and you feel the wind pressure wane. You're almost knocked off the roof as it like stops to hover right in front of it, and it is only 5 feet off the ground.
Right.
And it is going to, what's the reach on this? Let me see. And it's going to make its yep, it can do that. It's going to make its beak attack on Wayne. And yeah, so let's go like that. Yep.
Yeah, that hits.
Definitely.
I have 19. Okay, my AC is 19 right now.
Relatively low. 21.
Let me do this real quick, just so I can. Whoops! Sorry, I did that as you. I must do that as me.
Oh, hi, what's up? How's it going, guys?
Okay, so that does 21 damage. All right,
Oh gosh. Oh
go. I just want to see if I can fly damage. There we go.
I screwed us
Yeah.
over.
Okay,
At least I got what I deserved.
Wayne. It is your turn.
All right.
I got punished for it, so I feel better now.
So many. Well, first things first, I am going to go ahead and do this. As a bonus action, I'm going to do innate sorcery. There we go. So now my spell save DC increases by 1, and I have advantage on attack rolls of anything that I can do.
What
And
does
then-
what does it look like when you activate this?
So as I activate it, you see that the gold and the kind of like prismatic glow on each of his arms, it just stays rather than fading away when he's just doing the meta magic. So it stays there, and his eyes are glowing like a. It looks white, but if you look at it long enough, it's more like light shine through a prism kind of a thing.
Ooh.
Okay.
But, and then with that, because he's 10 feet away, I am going to go ahead and cast a 3rd level guiding bolt at him
Alrighty. With advantage.
with advantage.
Oh.
14. It's actually technically a 15.
It looks like it added that +1 already.
+1.
Oh wait, no, it didn't, because it looks like your innate sorcery effect. Never mind, it didn't add your. That's the +1 from the amulet. So yes, 15.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because it's +4 for charisma, +3 from proficiency, and then +1 from your amulet, and then another +1 from innate sorcery. Okay, so when you activate those things, so you see.
No. So it actually no. Innate sorcery gives me advantage, and it increases my DC by
Okay.
1, but not the attack
Okay.
rolls.
Yeah, but you see, scroll up to your innate sorcery thing.
The 14 is right.
Yeah, so scroll up to your innate sorcery thing. You see how it says effects.
No.
Okay, looks like it's just me then. So I can go like this, selected, Wayne Brom, apply to selected target. Now you have that on there. But
Nice.
that just misses, unfortunately.
No, it doesn't, because I then go in and I am going to do this. Because I am not missing this. I refuse to. Let's see, where is it at? Da-da. As I call out in Draconic Bahamut's name.
Okay.
And I cast that to add an extra 5 to that.
Turning
Turning it to a 19.
Yep, and that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice. Nice.
Oh.
So that's 21
Solid.
radiant, and he is glowing.
Oh.
Next
Yeah.
attack on him has advantage.
You're
You
up,
see
Artaban.
it hits solidly. But this guy's just got so much meat on him, it seems to relatively have not done that much damage, even though you felt the power behind that one. This guy's just big, but he kind of like lights up, and he kind of like tilts his head and looks at you like a bird looking at his food. Okay, Artaban, it is your go.
Okay. I think since this might be the first creature we fought since we got in the axe that might not be immune to poison damage, he might use his axe. But yeah, he's definitely going to approach this thing.
Just
Are you
he's
still
gonna-
in the cart, or
Yeah,
did
he's
you
gonna
get
he's gonna
out?
hop out. Yeah, he's gonna actually get out a little bit. But he is going to, let's see, this new layout, getting used to clicking
Yep.
this button. I'm gonna use my ability of mandible stuff. Okay,
Yes.
and we have advantage. Good Darabag.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that definitely
26
hits.
to
Okay, so this will be a lot of dice. So here we go. We're going to do, this is the base damage.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
16 of that.
Woo!
I clicked that button. 1d8 poison damage, but it didn't. Okay. I'll
Okay,
just-
yeah, you can just roll a d8.
This much poison damage. That's what's up.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do a little divine smite action. Of Okay. Does it have to be? Okay. I'm still. How do I increase the level now?
It's when you originally cast it.
Right. For simplicity's sake, I'll just stick with this for now.
Okay.
That's 6 radiant damage on top of that.
Alrighty. Really solid damage, actually. That's 8.
I'm gonna attack again.
Yep, that
Hey!
definitely hits.
Yes, 22.
Okay. 8 more slashing / piercing, probably piercing. I think
Yeah, it's
it's piercing.
piercing.
Right? Piercing damage. We'll do another little D8, and then we'll, for the sake of saking, we'll do this again. Oh, I found the spot. Got it.
Woo. Oh.
Hey, 12 more
Yeah.
radiant damage.
Ho, 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 ho.
I'm trying to kind
Ow.
of get attention a little bit.
Oh.
It's like this
Awesome.
box is spicy. It has spikes on it. Don't touch.
Yeah, it's kind of like as you go out, you slice it like right into its like gut and its thigh, just hacking away at it, stabbing it with this pincer.
Cool, like glowing lights whenever every
Yeah.
strike he hits.
And it's like it kind of like goes. I would say with that, you kind of cause it to like drop that extra 5 feet, and it kind of like lands and is like kind of hops on one foot for a second, and like is like ow. It's feeling it. It's feeling it a lot.
Are you feeling it now, Mr.
Right, which
Krabs?
brings us to Butte. Butte is going to
Oh, no.
come over here.
Do a
Good.
Fortnite emote.
Good.
Cosmo, it is your turn. You are prone.
It is my turn. Yeah, I'm gonna use half my movement to get up, and then I can move here with my 20 left, and I am now not at disadvantage with my javelin.
Yay.
Woohoo! Oh wait, I have advantage on that, so I'm gonna try just.
Reckless attacking.
If you
Oh, wait,
reckless, yeah.
That's right. It was Artavon. Never mind.
Yep.
Well,
that
actually,
definitely hits.
yeah, it hits. So
You can still reckless if you want to see if you crit.
all right, I'll try it.
Go ahead and
Gave
roll one
into
more
peer
time.
pressure.
No,
Oh,
I didn't.
that's very close. But you still hit.
All right, that's 12 piercing damage.
Nice.
And then, oop, not that one.
Going
Second attack.
Woo!
Yeah.
One more
Yeah.
time.
If you're recklessing for the whole turn.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
with advantage. I'm gonna try one more time for that
Yep.
natty.
Ah,
No.
But you still hit.
Ah, oh well. And then that'll be another 8 piercing damage.
Yay.
Alrighty.
Lovely.
Okay. After that, the Rock is going to try and take 2 pecks at Artavon.
How about no?
That is an 18 to hit, which misses.
Oh my gosh.
That just misses, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, because you don't have
you're
your
two-handing.
shield.
Dirty
Yeah.
20.
Wait,
That'll
am
do
I? Oh, I'm not within 5 feet of you. I can't help you.
That was the plan.
For
Ah!
21, I believe that's piercing damage. Yep,
Let's see.
21
This
piercing
one.
damage.
I can click this, apply damage. Haha.
Right. And it is going to stay there. It's like it's hurting, and now it's like kind of fighting back at you a little bit to like just be this thing is now wary of you. It's not looking like at you like you're a free meal now.
Yeah, I imagine something like this doesn't go into this expecting to fight.
Yeah, no, this
Probably a creature that doesn't fight very
yeah,
often. It
this thing literally just picks things up, and it's like you're mine now, and eats them.
Yeah.
Wayne, it is
It
your
doesn't
turn.
get a fight back very often, if
Yeah.
ever.
I am. I know. Trying to decide. Oh, this is really hard to choose. Okay.
You got this.
I am.
Breathe.
Did it hit you twice or just once?
Once.
Okay, hit you once. I've been looking at my spells this whole time, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Let's see.
Like, all of my spells are not for this scenario at all. Calm emotions. Get it together, Wayne. Zone of truth. Who are you?
Who do you work
Yeah.
for?
Are you a bird?
Do birds actually exist?
Don't think that would be useful.
Detect thoughts.
But I think that would be useful. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Because they've also increased the effectiveness of said spell. So I'm going to use a bonus action. Can you please place a quill on the map for me?
Oh yeah,
Yay!
it requires
It's been a while.
concentration now. Yeah, because it requires concentration now, but you can upcast it easier.
Let's do this
there
at
it is.
4th
Where-
level.
Where are you? Where?
Hang on.
Oh wait. It says I can place the summons. Oh, right there. Oh, okay, no, never mind. It doesn't let me do it. Go ahead and put it right here.
Okay.
Yay!
And as part of that action, it is then going to swing an attack. So let me go back over here.
So it does
Take this
3d8
back.
at level 4.
At 4th level.
Yep, it'll do 3d8. Correct?
Go like
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
Yeah, 3d8 plus my modifier now.
Woo! Nice.
So,
Okay.
gonna roll that.
Just
15?
hits. Just hits.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh, with the
21
bonus
radiant
action.
damage.
As
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I was just gonna say, as it becomes bloodied, as you could probably see on there. It's looking like it's probably thinking this isn't worth it.
And then I am going to... I don't want to get close to it, so I'm actually going to distance cast Shocking Actually, wait, no, I don't have to. It can't take opportunity attacks if I hit.
If you hit.
A big hit.
If I hit.
Oh,
Good.
yeah.
All right. So there's another 2d8 damage. Look at that spin.
Woo.
For another 11 lightning damage, and I'm going to step back. Actually, I'm going to move. Kind of stepping on the back here, like, ah.
Oh my gosh. Dang, what a turn. Oh,
All right. That's my action and my bonus action.
okay. Artavan, it is your turn.
Yes, sir. Click, 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 click. 16. to
Yep,
hit.
that hits.
Yeah.
And that is 14 piercing damage.
Your guys' damage output is insane.
Yay!
Yep, that definitely
It is not
hits.
too far to hit.
Oh,
Oh my God.
17 more piercing damage. And that is
I
my
love
turn.
this.
All right.
I'm just messing up one of his legs. So it's like really like. It's not
Oh
gonna-
yeah, it is
not
like
happening.
it is basically like kind of limping now as it's like readjusting to
When
you.
you fight something gargantuan, if you take out its supports, you know, like Dalinar.
Yeah, just stay
Yep.
there, Butte.
Yeah.
Just stay there.
Butte is gonna just take the dodge action right there. Cosmo, it is your go.
It's my turn. It's my turn.
This thing is looking like it's
Redeem!
This thing is looking like it's getting ready to take off.
Free action, switching to my heart render.
Oh,
That's
And-
14. Dagnabbit.
Yes,
You can
misses.
you can reckless.
Oh wait, you can
I can reckless. I'm going to a reckless.
Okay.
Ooh.
Future reference, you do have to call it out before you swing.
Okay, yeah.
Oof,
Got it.
that's one
15.
No, we did it as
As
the
a-
DM. Yeah,
So more like Baldur's Gate then.
Yeah, we do it like
I
Baldur's
prefer
Gate.
that. I prefer it.
Yeah.
All right,
So
so
that
I do
just
just
hits.
hit.
Yep.
I do just hit.
Hey, oh.
Cool. I'm cool with that.
Okay, that's 10 slashing, I think.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, that was so close to a nat
another
20.
15.
It still hits though.
Another
Just hit
15.
again.
Still hits.
Still hits.
Still hits. So that is an additional 8 slashing.
He's looking rough.
My damage output is not that good.
Alrighty.
You're the tankiest of us
Great,
all.
though.
though. You can take so much damage.
Yeah, but when you
Right.
crit, your
Thanks.
damage output is explosive.
I know. I wanted a crit.
He's gonna try. It's gonna try and fly away. So
No,
it's gonna take
don't
off.
dare.
But all right, you guys can take opportunity attacks.
Yes. Yes, please.
Because I don't
Including
think
the
it has
quill.
the
Just
flyby.
kidding.
It does not have the flyby.
Yeah, and since it's not my next turn, I still have advantage on it.
Yep.
Yep.
So
So do Artavan's first. Yep. That hits,
Yay!
so he can't go anywhere because it's
You're stuck there, fool.
wait, do we all get to do an attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
You do.
You
Okay,
two
I do.
Us too,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
too far away.
Got it.
Oh my
Alright.
gosh.
Also,
I
I don't
was
have
expecting you
Warcaster,
guys
so-
to run from this
16.
fight.
Me too.
Someone pulled the pin.
I rolled a 16.
I know.
You
that's what I
disturbed
was
my
planning.
Disturbed my nap.
And that is 17 slashing
oh my
damage.
Gosh. That is why I didn't go immediately to the battle map because I'm like, oh, we're gonna do a skill challenge and you escape. Just like, nope, you're just gonna miss this guy.
Oh, dude, a rock head is gonna be so great for
So
this.
as
For
he,
I
so
Sanctuary.
as he
love
goes, you see him spread his
meat.
huge wings, and it almost knocks over the carriage as it spreads, and it goes to take off, and as it does, Artavan, you just hook the mandible into the leg you've been hacking at, into one of the wounds that you created, and just make it so much larger and just gouge that wound so much deeper that it kind of stumbles and hits the ground again. And Cosmo, as it flaps, you
wing.
go and you just slice one of its wings, just
Yeah.
making it harder for it to
I
flap.
picture it kind of like in Monster Hunter when you knock a monster over and it's kind of flailing a little bit as it's trying to get back up.
Yeah, and it can't really do its bonus action, but it's still going to because you're kind of attacking the legs, he's gonna talon swipe you, Artavan.
Okay.
And get a 21 to hit.
Wait.
That'll hit.
As
Oh.
that
That's
happens, some protective wings reach out and block it. Some ethereal wings spread out, and as he gets a +3 to his AC, turning it to a 22.
Isn't his AC? Is your AC 19?
His AC is
Yeah.
19.
19.
It's 19
All right.
now.
Dang. So as the talon is
Just
about to
enough.
crash down on you, yeah, the spectral wings just come and knock it aside as it stumbles.
I was like in mid dodge and it like barely deflects with just enough force.
Yeah.
Just enough to make it slide off and barely
Yeah,
miss you.
I
Yeah.
feel like it would shatter the wings, but it offset them just barely. So you basically are in between the toes. Dark Souls 2
Yeah.
style with the Ancient Dragon.
Pop
Yes.
goes the weasel.
And then it's gonna go, and it's kind of just freaking out at this point, and it's gonna make it's a beak attack on Cosmo, and definitely hit with a 24
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 28
Wow.
damage, halved to 14. And that's all it can do on its turn. Wayne, it's your go.
I'm still okay. I'm not used to
Yeah, barbarians.
Get
Yeah,
it from above!
What?
this.
As I cast Vortex Warp
No.
on Artavan. We go like
Like
this.
120 feet.
Yeah. So I'm going to drop him like 10 feet above. Well, actually, no, it has to be on a surface. I can't do it in midair. So I'm going to teleport him on top of the bird. He's on its back now.
oh gosh. You're
See you later,
It sound like-
suckers. I'm leaving.
Yeah, it is now like freaking out.
It's
like
my dog.
It's like reaching around trying to throw you off.
And then I guess I'll bonus action attack with my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
So I go like this.
You know, honestly, with it being concentration with this, I'll take the concentration with the increased upcasting damage. It's so
Same.
good.
16.
Yep, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
We're doing so well.
Technically,
Yeah.
actually, that should have been at advantage. So let me roll again.
Why is it at advantage?
Because I'm doing innate sorcery.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it counts as a spell attack roll.
Yep,
It's
it
this
does. It does.
revered
You're right. I
monster.
just completely forgot.
And we're just
Okay.
destroying it.
That's another 20 radiant damage.
Oh my god!
I like
Oh
this
my
thing.
gosh.
man.
Sound its heart, and you're writing death with your thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it literally, it's going
Finish it
in
off,
and just
Artavan.
writing Wayne in cursive along its belly. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Are you staying there, Wayne?
Yes.
Okay, Artavan, it's your turn. You're on
You're-
this thing's back.
You're finishing it off, man. Ain't
There's
no
a part
way.
of Artavan that's starting to
Ain't no
like
way I'm
get
getting it.
annoyed at magic people throwing him around without him knowing what's about to happen. It's happened a decent amount of times, and he never knows what to do.
I shouted as
And
I was
said
doing
what? Because I was busy. But yeah, you'll kind of. It's weird that the mandible has. Okay, there we go. I have to do this.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna hit. Go ahead and roll
It's gonna
damage.
hit. Okay.
Right,
And una vez más.
Describe to me how you kill it.
Another swing. A 1. Okay. So I think like it does like a lurch back as I'm swinging down, so it does like a really big critical like impact into its skull. As I'm going for the second one, I start stumbling off its wing and roll it down like a ramp
Yep.
because I wasn't expecting that lurch, and so I swung. But yeah, second one I just stumbled and fell. But the head on axe collision
Oh,
pierced deep.
yeah, just like right. You just
The axe is probably stuck in there. Honestly.
Yeah, you just pierce this thing's brain and it flails and it screeches. It hits the cart, almost knocking it over again. And then it just eventually just. And with that, the dust settles. And. Given the fact that that thing was around, there's not really much else around you. I'd say you were probably about right here when it came after you.
Okay, let's keep going.
Wait, I want to cut it up a bit. It might
Too
taste
late, we're
good.
gone.
We just killed a legendary,
Legendary bird
this thing
Pokemon.
is very, very prevalent in Rascalian lore. The Bone Breakers will be jealous. I
Oh,
hope
big
you guys
bird.
know this. This is awesome. What we just did.
You see the glowing stop from Wayne, and he's shaking a little bit. I didn't even hear it coming at us.
Neither did I. You did so good. Both of you did so good. Butte, come back. Come on. Good boy. Good
I'm
boy.
still,
Come on
like,
over.
On the slant of his wing, upside down, kind of armor up to my neck.
Oh,
Artavan,
here.
Are
Let
you
me,
all right?
let me help you up. Just,
I'm fine. He's heavy.
She's strong. No problem.
I was afraid we had shrunk or something because that bird was gigantic.
Yeah.
never seen anything this big. Never seen a bird this big before.
Ink told me about it in his stories. He's gonna be jealous too because he never got to see one. And we killed one.
Well, I know what I'm eating today and right now.
We're going to eat bird meat. And there's so much.
Well,
So
while
is
you're
there-
gathering it, don't stray too far. I'm going to heal us up a bit,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna cast this.
you
Cosmo
imagine-
gathering
Healing?
some of the. Yeah.
Could you
Cosmo's
imagine
gathering some of the the
just-
feathers too.
Yeah, just the size of the wing feathers
Mhm.
alone.
Oh yeah, I feel
Mhm.
like one feather would be almost as tall as one of you two.
Yeah. We're gonna strap it to the top of the. To
I want
the
to make
top
a
of the
headdress of them.
wagon. Oh, that would be cool, actually.
He's so funny looking.
Just make yourself some wings.
We all get 18 healing.
And a light
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you.
You know, you probably could make a pretty decent looking cloak from the feathers.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
You soften
Sorry,
them
that
up
was
a
in
bit.
your ear. I'm doing that.
There's like a-
100%.
the down feathers too. You can go for some
Yeah.
nice floof. Oof.
Like honestly,
Yeah.
this thing is so big, you don't really need to be that dexterous with it. You can kind of just go and
Nope. Yeah, that's literally what she's doing. She's like, oh, we can make like a little nest inside the wagon. Naps will be so comfy. Just
Yeah,
so excited.
it's on. Yeah, it's not hard to butcher this thing because it's so big you can't really mess up. There's not a lot of I went too far and now I ruined
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah.
you don't really need sleight of hand or things like
Yeah.
that. You can just kind of smash it up.
Can we keep the head, please? Can we keep the head? Can we fit it
Okay.
on the cart? Is it going to
Yeah.
weigh butte down too much?
Are there a lot of these things in the desert?
No! There are not a lot of these. There are like.
These things are incredibly
Agreed.
rare. Most of them die young. However, they are found all over Auroran, basically where it can find prey large enough to feed it. So these things can thrive in just about any habitat, whether it's desert. They've been seen, in Alabast. They've been seen in Alabast. Basically anywhere there's wide open areas. So Alabast, Dunathir, Aloith,
Yeah.
Tirvis,
Yeah.
Irinsil.
Mhm. Cosmo would be rattling all of this off. This is the first time she's actually nerded about something. She is explaining all of that in great detail, which is
Yeah.
not common for Cosmo.
I think this is one of the few times that Artaban would be going to the head and really giving this creature like a almost respect and reverence to it. Looking into its eye and everything, like a majestic creature of this size. It is a legendary Pokemon that we just killed.
Yeah, it is.
I wanted to
Cosmo's
catch
so
it, but-
excited.
I am genuinely impressed.
Ah!
Like I knew there was like a possibility you guys could,
Okay.
but I was not expecting you to decimate it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put rock feathers and rock talons because I want to take a couple talons.
Oh yeah, the talons are great sword sized. Like
yeah, I'm taking a
huge.
couple talons.
I would probably go in and like with his like wings splayed out and everything. I would be like pacing it, like getting measurements, and
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
kind of as you're butchering it, and Cosmo as you go for the head. I feel like at this point you've taken enough trophies to be able to take the head off, skin it, clean it out to get the skull.
Yeah. Yes.
So
It's gonna look so
you clean out the
intimidating.
you clean out the skull, so you got a pretty good looking rock skull, which is about as big, if not a little bit bigger than the dragon skull that was over the Great Hall in Bonebreak Ridge. So it's pretty big. So honestly, if you were to set it up, like if you were to set it on top of the cart, it'd probably
Mhm.
have just enough space that Wayne, you could be sitting inside of it like a little cockpit,
That's so fun.
looking out the
Oh
eye
my
holes.
gosh.
I don't think
Yes.
he would though. Not yet, at least.
I can imagine after, carving up the head, just holding those eyes, massive beach balls.
Oh yeah.
Gosh, that'd be crazy.
And he kind of like say this to Artaban while Cosmo is doing stuff. He'd just be like, I mean, I know this is quite exciting that we were able to fend it off, but I feel almost kind of bad for killing it. Like, I mean, we fought large creatures before, and I've never really, like, felt bad, but I don't know, this one just seems so majestic.
Cosmo,
Like
because you
worse.
got a dirty 20 on this one, with how the rocks work, and you'd be able to relay this to Wayne, is this rock being as big as it is basically prevented any other rock from from developing. So basically you killing this one just made room for the next one. Because they will fight and kill each other.
Well, this one measured in at roughly 180 feet. From wingtip to wingtip.
Yeah, we're just continuing the cycle. If not us, then another rock would have done it.
I mean, and it wouldn't fly away, so, I mean,
Exactly.
there wasn't really getting any around it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we could have outrun it.
Exactly. That's why I let Butte go. I was pretty sure we would get lifted off, so I didn't want him to be dangling underneath us.
No, I distinctly remember you said, see curse word, curse bar.
That's what I said, not what I was thinking.
There's a difference.
This was, I'd say the rock came in kind of in the late evening, so if you guys wanted to make camp here,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
eat some bird. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and make as much jerky as I can out of this thing.
Oh.
so to use up as
yeah,
much as
you
we
can get so much. It's basically how much do you want?
10 pounds.
A good amount.
That's how much I want.
All right. Roll a D4 for
Well,
me,
we can-
Sean.
One thing that's important is we could make a
And then
lot of
multiply it by 10, and that's how much jerky you can make. How many pounds of jerky?
30.
Yeah,
Yay!
you get 30 pounds of jerky, and then you're like, this is probably enough.
Well, we can keep it in our bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Make it easier for carrying.
Yeah, so you set up like a bunch of fires. There's so much kindling and sagebrush around. You could set up like probably a dozen fires to just dry out all this jerky, and then
Oh, we
one
are
more
good.
to cook your dinner.
Yeah, we're gonna have one juicy one for tonight.
Yes.
So this one,
Yes, yes,
this one is a little bit like the meat on here is a little bit like ptarmigan. So unlike chicken, you can have this one medium rare, and it's just nice and juicy, and you
Yeah.
can basically.
I have the drumstick.
Yeah.
I want the leg.
The leg is bigger than you.
Uh-huh.
The
I'm
talons
like
are
Dark
great swords.
I'm like Dark Souls 2, the chicken leg.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stelter hammer.
Yeah.
That's so great. Oh my gosh.
And I would
I'm
say
gonna add
as
as my
the
weapon.
night comes, a lot of the scavenger animals are coming and starting to pick off the bits and pieces, the eyes that you pulled out and everything. And so
Brains.
all the carrion are starting to.
And I imagine Butte is going to town.
Oh
on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Butte has stuffed himself.
Yeah, he's a carrion, I imagine.
Yes.
It's gonna be a beautiful, like, skeleton in the desert. It's gonna be a really cool
It is.
skeleton.
Like all splayed out like that, with
Yeah.
wings outstretched.
It's gonna become a
Yeah.
landmark.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
Okay.
I had fun.
I am impressed with you guys actually.
So did you see
Yay!
anything cool while you were taking 50 feet up in the air? Cosmo?
I
looked
saw
like you
the
were having
ground
fun.
and it was really rushing past. And then I was falling. And I hit the ground. But I think I saw a glimpse of Sanctuary or maybe Eagle's Roost or something while it was a big blur.
A structure. in the
Yeah, I saw a
distance.
vaguely structured shape in the distance.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're going the right way, at least. We know that for sure.
All right. I accept. So, want me to roll for food?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dang it. Roll for chicken. Hey, it's middle of the
Yay!
food quality. The meat's like super interesting, but you know, it's just a normal.
Yeah, it's not really seasoned or anything. It's just the meat.
she she
Did
eats
you
a lot
drop
of it
yours?
raw. Cosmo eats a lot of it raw.
But yeah.
Just like too impatient to let it cook. She'll just like kind of snatch pieces and eat them.
You're just right next to Butte. You're doing the same thing he's doing.
Exactly.
Rip
He's
into-
got his nose axe. I've got my axe. It works.
Me and Wayne are having the same meal.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm sharing a plate.
No, you're eating from your drumstick, and then you see a mage hand just come and like rip off a chunk and bring it over.
That's great. Oh my gosh.
Okay. So, as you guys rest here, because that thing was around, a lot of anything that would also be considered a dangerous predator is kind of steered clear because they didn't want to deal with that. So you guys are pretty safe, and you can take a long rest if you'd like.
Yay,
Yes.
resting.
I don't want. I'm just kidding.
Yippee!
Yes. Long rest.
This is a good day.
Okay. Is there anything you guys would like to do throughout the night?
Probably Cosmo will probably like kind of try and start, like weaving those feathers together to kind of make or have the beginnings of the cloak, and all the down she's gonna like pack into the wagon to make it really nice and soft and cushioned in there.
Okay.
I like.
Yeah, it's our nest now.
Thank you.
All right.
Do you think if we attach some of the feathers on the outside, if we would be more aerodynamic and would travel faster?
I don't think so, but it would look really cool. I'm gonna do it. Just like with the longest primary feathers of the wings, just like attach them to the side so they can like ruffle in the wind alongside it.
And I think something of this size, maybe when we go to Sanctuary, we could bring it as a trophy for the Bone Breakers.
Exactly.
Let's just hope no one at Sanctuary worships this thing. I know there's a lot of crazy people.
I mean, we'll be okay because it's in Sanctuary. But once
Oh,
we
right,
leave,
right.
though, then we need to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have more people hunting us, yeah.
Yes.
It's so
fun.
exciting though. Oh man, I'm going to tell Ink all about it. And when we see Dante again, we need to tell him all about this. Oh my goodness, he would love being with us right now. Oh,
Well, I
That
could
would've
just
been
tell
so
him
fun.
right now.
oh, tell him.
Tell him, hey. Sorry.
Hey, so, hey, Dante. Artaban and Cosmo say hi. We killed a giant bird.
called a
Cosmo flew from. Oh, it's a rock. And it was cool. Hi.
After
was
a
it
few,
a bird or
after a
was it a
few
rock?
seconds,
Those are very different things.
after a few seconds, there's kind of like a bit of a delay, and there's just like, "Hey, Wayne, good to hear from you." That's awesome. That's awesome. I just killed a mummy. I'm in an old pyramid right now. Send love. Bye bye.
He says to send love.
Oh, that's lovely. Nothing else. Well, he knows about the mummy, and later he's like, "Didn't I tell you about it?" Oh gosh.
He's excited by it, but he doesn't vocalize it.
Yeah. Ah. Ah.
I think I'm gonna have one of those feathers kind of just like next to Artavan to act just like as a umbrella essentially for the shade.
Nice.
Right?
Just fasten it right there and you can adjust it with the sun.
Oh, Cosmo has already braided a couple of down feathers into his fur.
Oh, gross.
See, it makes it look super cool and edgy.
That would
Is
look
that
cool.
the right way to use that word?
What's edgy?
I'm not entirely sure, but
I've
whenever
heard people see it, but I've never read about it in a book. It's
yeah,
one of those.
people say it, and it usually means it's a good thing. Maybe it's another way to say cool.
If that's the case, then Artavan is the most edgy of all of us.
He's the most
So
edgy of all of us.
Totally edgy.
So edgy.
I do think like art of him in a kind of like a tribal look with the feathers kind of
Yes!
in there. That would look so cool.
Yeah.
Caricature. Cosplay.
Careful what you wish for.
Dude, him and Reiko side by side with the feathers.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Wayne, it's more just like sticking up.
Now that's a duo I want to see get locked in a dungeon having to fight their way out.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And Cosmo have some in her hair too. She's not,
Oh yeah.
she's
yeah.
not gonna leave anybody out.
Me and
She'll
Wayne
do
are
it for
trying to
Wayne,
figure
too.
out how to braid. We're trying to put it in your hair too, because Amelia's not here anymore, so
And
looks
she'll like
really bad.
demonstrate with like long pieces of grass or like with other pieces of feather. Just like, see, you put it over here, and then you cross it over, and cross it from right to left. It's really easy once you get into it. It's a super repetitive motion. Now you try.
I think it's just a bunch of rubber bands tied up in a string. Close enough.
Just Wayne's hair full of rubber bands. Just the little. Right.
Some of the feathers are just taped on.
Great. Oh my gosh. This is a good night. Oh man.
Right. So as you
Yeah.
guys start your travel the next day, can one of you, Wayne or Artavan, roll a die smaller than a d20 for me, please?
I think since Artavan dealt the killing blow, he deserves to roll next.
I agree.
9 D4 a 3.
Alrighty.
Get a 2? That would be hilarious.
Oh yeah, it'd be hilarious if it's like,
It'll-
all right, new day, and a giant rock comes.
There's a 3
I'm
on
just saying it'll
on a
complete
what?
the sequence.
A D4.
You're on a d4. Oh.
I should stop using the D12. It's my favorite one though.
Okay.
Because the hexagons.
Yeah, it is. Those are pentagons.
Oh, it is a pentagon. You're right.
So embarrassing.
Okay.
Here I am talking about basic math.
So
Hexagons are the bestagons.
as you are moving around, which route we taking?
Yes.
So to this one,
Yeah.
and then this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so probably like in between these two spaces, so kind of like right here-ish.
Uh-huh.
As you guys are wander as you guys are traveling through, off in the pretty far distance, you see some vague structures. However, coming up ahead, you see, at first, your eyes, it looks like it's making out maybe like a strangely shaped pile of boulders.
A rock.
Yes.
Oh.
But as you get
Not a
closer,
rock.
It's a
it
sponge.
It's
looks
a
like
boulder.
It's the
yeah. So as you get closer, it looks like some form of giant, maybe, and as you get closer, you notice it has a kind of a creepy resemblance to the flesh golems that attacked you all the way back in Ashwin Dell. And it seems to be dead. It lies motionless. It lies motionless on the ground, and you can see kind of the old blood that these things ooze seeping out of it. And as you get closer, because this thing's pretty big, as you get closer, just kind of sitting on the rock, you see this figure wearing a red cloak.
Nope.
Wait, I want to get closer.
We're going over here. We're leaving.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, but those things, don't you recognize them?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's the same thing, I mean, if it's like the flesh golems like we had seen before, I want to talk to the one who took it down.
It would be really useful. Maybe we could recruit
What
them.
if they're Flamingos Roost?
What if they're flamingos? We could recruit them.
I mean, part of the reason we were able to get into some of the holds before when we were going to Willowfold is because we met Almrin.
Exactly. Oh, Devon, can we go? Can we meet them, please?
Yeah. We'll go.
Yes. Aha.
He's probably the
Can't
thing that
resist
summoned.
it.
He's probably the one that summoned it, though. But sure, yeah, let's go. I mean, we just killed a giant legendary creature, so anyway, I think we're untouchable.
Well, whether we're untouchable or not, we can still give a pretty good fight.
Alrighty. So, as you approach, you see this figure wearing pretty well-made armor. He's got this helmet and this red cloak that goes around him, and he seems to be sitting there, great sword stabbed into the ground and kind of just the hilt resting against his shoulder as he sits there. It's kind of hard to see his face. It's a bit obscured. And you see him turn and look as your cart approaches. He doesn't seem to make any moves. He just kind of waits.
Oh.
Right. So you pull up next to him?
Yeah.
Hey, my kids wanted to take a picture with you.
That's quite the camp you've got there.
So as you approach him, you see under his helmet. He is he seems to be of orcish descent.
Andre?
And as you approach, he's like, "Are you the ones?" And that's where we are going to go on break. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes. And So yeah, I don't know what time it'll be when this goes live, but 15 minutes. Yay! We'll be back.
Yay. Numbers.
we are back. So, as you approach, this figure, he looks at this orcish, very old man, looks up at you as he says, "Are you the ones?"
The ones for what?
The ones to set me free.
Are you like chained there?
No.
Well, then what do you need to be freed from?
This mortal coil.
I don't want to hurt you.
Then you can go. I thought he might be the one, but evidently not.
Well, that's actually kind of why I wanted to come. Where did that come from?
It got left behind by a roving band of warriors, an army, headed north. This got distracted and stuck around, so I slew the thing.
We've seen these things before, so we just figured we would ask. I think they probably came from Grimfast. Are you from Eagle's Roost?
I claim no affiliations to these factions. I am from Sanctuary.
Why do you want to die?
I'm old, and I do not want the dishonor of dying of old age. I wish to be felled in honorable battle, so that I may join the halls of valor. I seek a good death.
You remind me of my father.
He just kind of nods, staring. He kind of just stares into the middle distance.
No. Huh. I mean, what if instead you just retired and helped out the people around you up in Sanctuary?
Oh, what? Fight in a war?
Oh, right. We're actually going to be going against one of the warlords here soon. If you want, you could help us in there. There will be plenty of opportunities to die.
Make a persuasion check.
I can't keep a straight face.
Make a persuasion check.
Wayne would say it in all seriousness, but I couldn't keep a straight face. Oh my gosh.
Ooh!
That is a 25.
He kind of just goes. He looks up. Will I be outnumbered?
Absolutely.
Where?
At Interitus.
Well, no. Remember, he was moving up. They were last seen in Smolder Hill.
That's true. Where did you see him?
No, I didn't see him. Amelia did. They said that, and they were up in near Smolder Hill. That's what you
Well?
said when they were talking about the vision.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Smolder Hill.
But we're going to be meeting in Sanctuary first with some of the warlords,
Exactly.
and then heading up there. There's going to be more of those too,
Way
coming
more.
at the flesh golem.
Way more.
I assume that the warlords will be discussing the coming war in Sanctuary.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll have engaged long before then. And he stands up. And you see him, he just brings his great sword onto his shoulder.
So what's your name? Who are you?
Just an old warrior. And he just starts walking north.
There you go. You made some friends. Or a friend.
We made some friends, yes.
You made some friend. Something like that.
You really wanted to die?
Yeah. He's a lot like my father. And not just because he's not, but he has the same views. My father would rather die in battle than live to be old and die of some weakness.
I'd rather die that way.
It is more peaceful, but as a warrior, you tend to wish for something that ends quickly rather than something that takes away your strength.
Well, if he's that
Gradually.
old, maybe he's been fighting for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Likely has.
Who's to say? Well, that was interesting.
Want some bird jerky?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so that's your random encounter.
Yippee! An old man who wants to die.
Why won't I die?
Why won't you die?
Okay. Unless you guys want to do anything for the rest of the night. For the rest of the day,
Outrageous.
you guys can long rest and we can go to the next day.
Cosmo will probably just keep working on that cloak.
Have you guys ever heard of mummies?
Like
Yeah,
what you call your mother?
no. My mother talked about them. They're like when people die in some cultures, I think it's called people will wrap people up in a lot of bandages and it's called a mummy and it kind of preserves the body. I think they take the remains out of the nose too. It's crazy.
I think I've read about
Yeah.
them maybe once or twice in a book.
Pretty sure you just made that up.
Well, no. Dante said he's fighting some in a pyramid right now. Well, earlier in the morning when I first talked to him.
Cool. Maybe next time you talk to him, tell him to save a piece.
But
I want
if
the
it's
mummy
a dead
finger.
person in there, it's probably just like gross, like rotten,
Well, if
or
he's
maybe it's like
fighting it,
jerky.
if he's fighting it, it's probably a lot worse than just a dead person.
Well, I lost my appetite.
I want him to bring me back a finger.
Yeah, like a long strip.
Yeah, I think
Jerky.
Put that Yeah.
So, as you guys can take a long rest at the end of this day, and we can move to the next day.
Yippee!
I think through the night, or before we do it too, I would probably send a sending to Vivi. She's like, "Hey, Vivi, we found a giant bird. Cosmo said it's called a rock. Wish you were here to be friends with it. Oh well, dead."
You get back. Just arrived in Sanctuary. That would have been amazing. If it worked. Meeting up with Amelia's parents in the morning.
We'll be talking a while, probably.
Okay. So, the next day, where are we going?
Wouldn't it be like,
No.
like here?
Well, do we
To
want
here?
to? If we want, we could stop by. Maybe we should stop by one of the outposts.
Oh yeah, see if we could. Is this one up here or is this one down here?
But if we go up to the one that's to the northwest, we can make it by nightfall.
That's true. We should do that then. Up here.
Everyone knows you travel faster going northwest than north or west.
You go faster when you strafe.
Exactly, yeah.
That's how I run.
Mhm.
We just strafe across the map.
Our wagon's wheels are just slightly tilted, and we're always just
Just playing Tokyo Drift
Straight.
music.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you approach, you see what looks to be an outpost mostly made of there's like a wall around it. You see several watchtowers. However, you see part of the wall is collapsed. One of the watchtowers is down on its side, and you see pillars of smoke rising from it.
Oh man. Do we go in or
They
Proceed
seem
with
a
caution.
little busy, but no, definitely caution.
Does it look like it's like very fresh or like been there a while?
Hard to tell from a distance.
can we like park here and I can get out and take a closer look?
Well, I mean, if there's anyone in there that's hurt, I'd like to be able to help them.
Right,
Well,
we'll
that's
leave
why I
you
go in.
to-
I take a closer look, and if it's mostly safe, I'll let you guys know so you can come in, and we can search for any survivors
Well-
and people who are hurt and stuff like that.
And Artavan,
Right.
you can help me here too.
Yeah.
help you here.
Heal.
Heal. That's true. Yeah. I am very bad at sneaking. I'm not sure about the two of
I'm
you.
not very bad at sneaking, so that's why I said I should
But-
go.
The two of you could go together just in case something happens. At least have someone with you. And
Okay.
I'll take care of the cart and
You good with that?
launch
Okay.
a flare. If you need my help.
A
A
what?
signal.
I can do that. Yes.
Hmm.
If we are caught and in danger, I will use my drift globe.
Okay.
Shine a
okay.
bright light.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
Okay.
So it is late afternoon as you approach. You step through one of the broken sections of wall. You are seeing the aftermath of what wasn't much of a battle, as it seems the soldiers here were severely outnumbered by the invading force. You see sets of homes burned down, pillaged. As you walk, you do see notices on some of the homes pinned to the doors saying all non-combatants are to be escorted to Eagle's Roost for safety.
You think it was the traveling warriors?
I definitely think it was Grimfast. I mean, look in the rubble. Maybe we can find someone who's still here. If they're breathing, I can help them.
Okay. We'll start looking through the wreckage.
Okay, make a perception check or investigation.
Okay. Investigation. Okay, I'll try investigation. Ah, dag nabbit, 7.
I got a dirty 20.
Oh, good for you. I can help you move rebel if you find anyone. I'm not good at looking.
Alrighty. So, as you're looking around, Wayne, you go into one of the houses that's still partially intact. Maybe had a wall or two blown through by what looks like maybe some catapult fire. But it's still mostly intact. Was it a dirty 20 on investigation or perception?
Perception.
On perception? Okay. It's basically just how you... As you're going, you hear... this is a small cabin, but there's 2 stories to it. As you're in there, you hear a shuffling from above you. Sounds like a scraping noise, or almost like a dragging noise on the floorboards above you.
Is there anyone up there? Okay, I've come to help.
There's no response, but you hear a little bit of shifting, and then what sounds like metal grinding.
Is it on so it's like in an attic kind of a thing, or
No,
more like
just the second floor.
I'm gonna head up the stairs.
Okay. As you head up the stairs, it's a pretty small cabin, so there's only one door that is closed.
I'm gonna slowly walk up to it and just knock on the door. Yeah, come in.
Stay back if you know what's good for you.
I only wish to help. Are you from Eagle's Roost?
don't know you.
My name is Wayne. Here. I only wish to help. Are you hurt? I'm a healer.
You try anything funny, I'll end you.
Here. I'm gonna open the door now. I'm gonna reach for the handle and just very slowly open it. No sudden movements or anything.
As you open it, you see, kind of back against the wall, you see a halfling man, very rugged, just at this point dirty curly hair and a rough beard. And you see he has torn some of his clothes to make some makeshift bandages. He's got some gnarly wounds across his chest and gut. But he seems to have done an okay job of self-administering. And you see in his hand, he's got a broken spearhead that he holds, and he's holding it pointed at you.
Yeah. I am a bit of a spellcaster. Just to show you good faith. I won't even approach you, I'm just going to heal you, okay?
He just squints at you.
And then I'm going to distant cast a level 1 Cure Wounds. My free cast of it.
Okay.
Which I will rechange. I'm going to use an extra sorcery point to re-roll one of those d8s. Instead of a 12, it turns into a 19. He gets 19 healing.
Ooh, that's really
Oh,
good.
That's so good, and that's one. That's level 1.
Yep, healing
First
spell's got a
level.
huge buff.
Dang, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, max is a 7 or is a 20, so I was one away from max.
Oh, nice.
You see he kind of like, his breathing becomes a bit more steady as he casts. He's just like, what in the hells are you doing here?
We're on our way to Eagle's Roost, and we came to stop by this camp just for the night.
He kind of like, plenty of open beds, I guess.
What happened here?
Grimfast came through. What few people we had here, try to put up a decent fight as we can. You're just heavily outnumbered, though. Just bull rushed right through here.
Now, question for the DM. When we arrived in camp, is there like a lot of corpses strewn about, or is there not like almost none?
I would say there's probably around. There's quite a few. Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay. Well, I want to keep looking in case there's other survivors. Are you okay waiting here for a moment? I'm gonna have my friend come up and help you, though.
Yeah, there's no one left worth saving. I saw them all go down. All 18 of them.
You're the last one.
Yep. We knew it was gonna happen. We just figured take as many of them down with us as we can. Didn't feel right to just leave this place unattended, but most of the people, including all the civilians, headed to Eagle's Roost about a week ago. It was just about 19 of us that stayed behind.
Do you know if the other outposts had the same fate?
I assume they were headed northeast, so I assume the two south and southwest of here probably suffered the same fate. But we didn't seem to be a target, more just a convenient pit stop.
Well, we're going to be heading to Eagle's Roost in the morning. You should come with us. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can help your friends.
We knew what we were getting into. Kind of planned for it. Came through maybe like 4 days ago.
You've been held up here for 4 days.
Yeah, plenty of preserved food around. I mean, we took double the bastards down what we had stationed here, so I'd call that a win.
Well, you put up a good fight. Sorry for what's happened to you.
He just kind of shrugs. Like I said, signed up for it. I just happened to wake up after they left.
How do you and Eagle's Roost typically care for your dead?
Burn them. Let the smoke rise. Funeral pyre.
Alright. Well, I have my friends here. If you'd like, we could at least give your friends a proper burial.
That'd be nice. I'm sure they'd like that.
Here, let me help you downstairs.
And he's just like, nope, I don't let you tall folk carry me.
Oh no, I can't carry you. I'm not that strong.
Okay.
Maybe like an awkward, like lean down, try and help him up, kind of a thing.
Yeah. So you do that, and as you'd help him down and you get him outside, he would basically point out each of the soldiers that were stationed here. Just be like, yep, this right here is Terry. Terry went down swinging. And he just starts going off on like how each of them died. Just like, and right here is Marcus. Marcus got an axe to the neck, but before he died, he took his mace and hit that guy straight in the balls. So he's like going, and it's a weird, he doesn't sound like he's heartbroken.
It's a respect thing, yeah. At that point.
Cosmo was here, she'd understand fully.
Well, you definitely see that as
you are here.
As we step outside.
It's not that it's not that big of an area.
Yeah, I feel like if they were that easily found, she would have started like gathering the bodies at least into a more confined area, to make sure she didn't go over the same ones again, And she'll see the other one like, oh, thank goodness you found someone. Nobody else seems to be.
He said he's the last of them.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I have all of the rest of them.
But here, you stay with him for a bit. I'll go get Artaban.
Okay. Hello.
He sees you, and he's just like, hello.
Must have been quite a battle you fought. You are a valiant warrior.
I try to be. And he like puffs out his chest a little bit.
How long have you been here?
Well, I lived here maybe about 6 months, but the battle was maybe like 4 days ago.
4 days ago? With those wounds?
I
Wow.
wrapped him up.
Well, yeah, you know how to wrap him up well.
Yeah, there's also this thing. He kind of leans in. There's also this thing that I can do. It's like a kind of little secret. I call it my second wind.
He goes like, wow.
Then getting
It's
up
like-
to... Oh, sorry. You finished what you're doing in the...
Oh, no. She's basically just kind of getting him to talk and kind of distracting him from everything. Asking about himself and getting his story, kind of.
You'd basically learn that he is just a he is a spearman for Eagle's Roost. And basically he's kind of just like a fighter. He's been in many skirmishes against the other factions around the area, but most of the time it's dealing with monsters or roving bandits.
Mm-hmm. She'll ask him about his proudest fights and trophies and stuff like that. Warrior stuff.
Mm-hmm. And Wayne, you went to get Artaban, right?
Yeah. So I'd like walk up and you see like almost like a conflicted but confused look on Wayne's face as he goes and he kind of sits down. We can head inside. It sounds like Grimfast came in. Luckily, they did have advanced warning, so they were able to get most of the civilians out. But there's about 17 dead, and I did find one of them, but he's strangely positive.
Okay. And you sure it's safe to enter?
I think safe enough.
Then let's go. Death does a lot of strange things to people. When you've been through that much death, I imagine you're kind of numb to it. I can kind of relate.
You said you lost party members in the past, didn't you?
Yeah. A decent amount. I've no idea how you guys are still alive. Based on my experiences, you two are special. Maybe it's because you have players controlling you. Who knows?
I mean, there was that time with Cosmo, but she's all right now.
It's like as you enter the wall, you just hear, "So you've died before?"
Yeah, it was actually with one of those bull things.
Oh, I've seen one of those before.
Yeah, and I was in this totally crazy situation with my rage. I wasn't able to control it before. I wasn't in control of my own body, so it was basically wailing on me while I was unconscious. But my body was reacting anyway and fighting back.
Seems they're getting along.
Yeah, you just kind of see he's like enthralled by this. And I feel like this point, his 18 friends would be probably laid side by side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And then the next thing I knew, I was waking up in a temple and people were crying and, "Oh, hey guys! Welcome back!" And see, there's a rock I was talking about. See, we put its skull on our wagon.
Oh, damn. He's just like, yeah. And by this point, because of that healing, he's actually looking relatively okay now. And yeah, he's just like, he just kind of gives you a nod, Artavan.
Seems you've been through a lot. Would you like some rock jerky?
Yes.
Just gives him a rock.
With the word jerky on it.
He'll actually like look at it and just be like,
No.
That's good.
mm-hmm.
She'll hand him some actual rock jerky. Here. He's funny.
Yeah, he
He's funny
goes
that
and he'll
way.
just go, and then he'll give like a full belly laugh at that, and then just take a big old bite. All right, there's probably some leftover booze somewhere we can use as a fuel.
If you'd like, I could. If we just set him up in a way with some wood, I can ignite it myself. Actually,
I have a torch.
no, I have a better idea. Would you like to do the honors yourself?
As long as it gets done.
All right.
I think I know what
So,
you're doing.
go in and then pile the basically like put them on, like make a wooden thing for like a bonfire,
Mm-hmm.
and then put the bodies on top and everything respectfully, and then I would just say, all right, now once I do this, you just need to breathe out and feel it from within, but make sure you're aiming directly at the pyre. And then I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath on him.
So how does this work? And he just and it like catches fire. He's just like, what the?
That was my reaction too.
And he'll go and like he'll focus it this time, make like a thing with his hands, and it would ignite the pyre. He goes, puts his hands on his hips, satisfied nod. See in the skies, brothers. And he kind of
drop concentration so he doesn't accidentally burn anything else.
Yeah. And he kind of looks.
He actually takes a swig and
yeah. He kind of looks at the. There's probably around like 30 to 40 Grimfast bodies around. And so they took down a lot with them. You see him just like, and you lot, you get to feed the carrion.
You know, here, you know what? I have something for you.
Hmm?
And Cosmo will go into the wagon and she'll take out her unfinished cloak, which, for the size it is, it's a perfect fit for him. And she's gonna pull it around his shoulders and clasp it and be like, proper garb for a hero.
Ooh. And he's just like, he'll go and like put the cape behind him and do like a hero pose, all 3'8" of him. So, what brings you to Eagle's Roost?
Whoa.
Ah. What a coincidence, that's why I'm here.
Yes.
He'll kind of look at Wayne and Artemon and just be like, you guys okay?
I'm fine. Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
I am now that I got that lit that fire, so you guys seem all right.
Well, if you'd like to come with us, we're going to Eagle's Roost. We're trying to get the Alliance of Warlords. Eagle's Roost is all we have left to get to.
Wait. You So you've talked with the other warlords?
A couple of them, yeah.
Which ones?
There's Lady Jane Devant, there's Sherigor, and then I don't remember the name. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Malik. And Malik. Of Bonebreak Ridge.
You got the Bonebreaker and the She-Devil to agree?
Mm-hmm.
Desperate times.
Mostly. We'll discuss the proper terms at Sanctuary, but the outlook is pretty good.
He'll go and he'll like look over at the rock skull. Look back at you. What kind of people are you?
We're the Paragon, and we want to help.
He'll look back at the rock skull. Look back. Well, even if I thought you were an enemy, I don't think there'd be a lot I could do about it. So, are you guys like leaving right now, or are you gonna stay the night?
No, we're staying the night. Yeah,
let's
Oh
stay
yeah,
the
there's
night.
plenty of open beds. Houses
Yeah.
were like ransacked and everything, so it's not like you're really taking, invading somebody's personal space. So just find a
No,
nice
it's-
mattress you can lay down on.
Mm-hmm.
Any houses you recommend? I'm sorry. Probably insensitive.
He's just like, actually, he's like, actually, the Tersons, they lived at that cabin down that way. They had this they actually got this mattress that was like imported. They bragged about it all the time. They got it imported all the way. Well, they bought it in Sanctuary, but it was actually made in Storysill, and they bragged about it all the time. It's like some down mattress or something like that. I tried to sleep on it the first night, but my back is used to rougher terrain, so it kind of was a little too soft for me, but like, if you like soft, that's gonna be real nice.
Melly
Huh.
would have loved that.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably sleep on the floor, but thank you for the recommendation.
Yeah, I find it's better for my back too.
Right? Once you've lived with it your whole life, going to something softer just throws everything out
It
of
messes
balance.
with my posture. Yeah.
Exactly. It feels like my spine is in different locations in my body.
Well, if you want to come on over this way, it's a bit of a smaller place, but the walls are intact, so it actually has insulation. We can get a fire going, nice and warm.
That would work, yes.
All right. And he kind of starts walking over. The Extrin's house is your house now.
We will treat it with respect.
Nah, they're kind of dicks, so you don't really need to.
We will treat it with some respect.
So you go in, just an average little space. There's some, because of their their close range of sanctuary, you notice, unlike the bone breakers and stuff, so it's a bit closer to Willowfold, where they have the luxury of importing stuff more often.
Yeah.
And so it's like lower quality and more worn, more used, but you do see some things like they have an actual just couch and a fireplace and everything.
Fun. Yeah. Oh, I'm Cosmo, by the way.
Oh. Durlick.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
This is a really nice spot of floor. Is that from the Island Road Pass?
No, it's faux. It's not real.
They got it so accurate, though.
I know.
The grain looks magnificent.
Yeah. It's yeah, the owner of this house is kind of a show off.
I see. I'll show and nothing to show for it, right?
Yeah. His wife is also just... Ugh. It's the best thing I can describe it.
No need to go further.
It's like every time, as long as I was stationed here, you can't do that. I want to speak to the captain. Yada.
What's her name, Karen?
Corin.
Her name was Corn?
Yep.
That's what her nickname was?
So he goes and he'll light the fireplace and everything. And as he does, inside, despite the literal massacre outside, it's pretty cozy in here.
Hearing the voices of the dead. Alright, well, let's pick a place to kind of set up our things.
Oh, I call this corner.
You could pick the corner with the carpet, the rug. At least a little bit.
No, I don't need a rug.
This one's got a hole that's like partly outside.
It's perfect.
You do you?
I think I want to go sit out in the stars for a bit before I lay down. I just want some fresh air.
You want to be alone? Or...
I don't know.
I could use some fresh air too.
Watch out for the vultures. They'll mostly leave you alone because there's plenty of food around, but like, don't try to pet them. They will bite.
Darn it. All right. I'll try my best not to. They just look so fun to cuddle.
These are ugly, ugly, just
Yeah.
decrepit looking black vultures. Just
Mhm.
we're talking like the weird, gross.
One of them
They're
has
so
a wingspan
cute.
of 200 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just
Yeah, well,
probably sit
don't-
next to him outside.
Don't wander off too far.
We won't.
I think I would probably go far enough that I'd be like just outside the walls, away so I can't see the destruction,
Mm-hmm.
but not far enough that like if I shouted, Artaban couldn't hear me.
Yeah. Yeah. Cosmo will sit in the most advantageous spot next to him.
And as you leave Artavan in the probably slightly awkward company of Durlick, you step outside.
I think he'd probably be silent for a while, and you can just see like a lot of like his face contorts a little bit as like different thoughts are going through his head. I don't know if you know this about me, but I have a hard time with things that I feel, emotions. There's a lot of thoughts and things going through my head when we came here.
Mhm.
One thing that comes to mind is, and I'm happy that we were able to help Derlick, but I feel bad that I wasn't able to help anybody else. I mean, there's been lots of moments where people have been hurt around us or different things, but it felt kind of like at at uh Thornwald when we were there. When those people attacked, I felt kind of helpless. This is almost a lesser form of that, but it just reminds me of that moment. And I know we've been going and talking to the warlords, but after meeting that man out there who fought that flesh golem and then knowing that they had encounters with Grimfast here as well, I'm feeling kind of scared.
Me too.
I don't want something to happen to you or Artavan and then I can't do anything about it. Or to Vivi. Obviously the others too, but they won't be there for when we, you know.
Mhm. Can be difficult not being able to save everyone, but not being able to save them, wasn't your fault. You couldn't have done anything to prevent it. But
See, that's what my brain is telling me, but that's not what it feels like.
the heart speaks differently. I've, in all honesty, felt the exact same way about everything. When I died, I felt guilty for it. Like it was entirely my fault, but that wasn't something I could control, and letting that guilt consume you is never the right way to go. You can't run from it. You have to live with it. Let it kind of fade over time. It's difficult to describe how that happens, but through being with you all, I've learned kind of how to accept myself. That I'm not perfect, that I'll always make mistakes. I always will have shortcomings. But you guys are there to fill in the blanks. You've always been there for me. And we've done a lot of good. I think we can do a lot more good. So much better than if we did nothing at all. If not us, then who?
What if we go up there and we're not enough, even with the warlords?
We'll still do our best. And if we die trying, we'll know we did everything we possibly could to prevent anything happening.
Amelia said, I mean, right now she's sick, so it's different, but she said if things went south, she would leave.
Mm-hmm.
You won't leave, will you?
Never.
Okay.
We're in this together, all right?
Dante said that it was okay to be afraid sometimes.
It is.
You know, you can think about it, but it affects you a lot more when you see it.
Mm-hmm. It does. Hard to smile through it, but after a while, it's kind of what you do to stay sane. You keep going. You work for a better tomorrow, so you don't have to dwell on the past.
I sleep next to you tonight.
It will be uncomfortable, probably. You could pull up that rug.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe double it up. See if that'll
Make it a
play.
bit softer.
Yeah. Oh, we could even bring in a bit of the nest from the wagon if you need more. That would be nice. But yes.
Then after that, I think just kind of sit out there for a little bit and say, okay, I'm ready to go to sleep.
Me too. I'm exhausted.
While they're out there, Ardavan, is there anything you would like to do or say with Durlik?
Well, yeah, I think after they leave, kind of looking off at them, um, he would just be kind of honest and looking out there. He just said, "I worry about the kid, Wayne. He's a he's not one. He's not he has a lot of inexperience to this type of thing. And we're heading into a war. I don't know if he can handle it. I think he's confused by the way you're handling the deaths of your comrades.
Yeah, when we get visitors, they kind of have that same reaction.
Yeah. Used to be the same way myself. I've had, as at most, experienced adventurers, they've lost people here and there and used to take it all very close to heart, and it weighed me down and brought me so much misery. I don't want him to fall through that same spiral. But, he's just a kid. What can you expect?
Yeah, but looking at him, he's a kid, but he's a tough kid.
Yeah. Second smartest person I've ever known.
Mm.
And potentially the most volatile. I mean, he can literally make us breathe fire. I don't know what he's capable of, and he's survived this long. He's blown up many things. He's definitely got the capability to be something potentially terrifying, honestly.
Mm.
But he's an emotional creature.
Well, once the dust settles after any war, we need people like him to keep the world turning.
Yeah,
It's usually people like him that stop the fighting once it needs to.
that's true. I do believe in him. I just hope it doesn't break him. You never know with war. Obviously, I've never participated in any grand war myself. My father has had his fair dealings. The stories, universal. But I think with Cosmo, especially to help keep him a little more grounded and standing by his side, he'll probably be okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, apparently you've convinced three of the most stubborn people I've ever heard about to work together, so.
To be honest, I think that was, well, Bone Breakers. It was another one of our party members who's not with us right now. Had a huge influence. But yeah, we've been very fortunate. And Wayne and Cosmo did really well with speaking to Lady Devant. I wanted nothing to do with much any of it, personally. I'm more here as their guardian, I suppose. But they're good at what they do. They've been able to turn the hearts, at least enough to consider listening to each other. That is not an easy feat to do.
From what I can gather, it seems that those two might not have a good eye for strategy, judging based off of the conversations I had with them. Well, maybe you can keep them from running face first into an executioner's axe, or...
Let's see what I can do. They have the skills that they usually don't even need a strategy. We've been able to brute force almost everything. Like that big old bird out there. Just showed up and we just pummeled it to death. So, but yeah, I'll do what I can to try and
If it ain't
come up
broke.
with. True that. So tell me about some of your comrades, some of their stories, and he'd kind of, open it up for discussion just to kind of relive the memories of his fallen comrades.
Yeah, he would basically tell you how like basically in the in that battle where they did how each of them die, like the kills that he saw them get, and then how each of them died, and then his kills that he got, and then when he finally went down, and he's just like, it's like, I thought I was done, but then I kind of just woke up. So the guy that took me down just, I guess, wasn't very good, which probably says more about me than about that guy. But, you know, we were here. We got the order to evacuate, but we decided not to. So, it was a thing.
Well, to your comrades then.
Yep. And he'll, yeah, he'll like nod with that. It's like, yeah. No time to waste grieving. We knew what we were getting into. Nothing to be sad about. We got the civilians out. Everything after that was technically purely consensual.
I mean, you did a great number. You took out much more of them than they took out of you, so you should be proud of that.
Yeah, they seem to employ a quantity over quality approach.
I got that, that impression from them.
The guy that did this to me, though, he was definitely not like one of them. He didn't have the same, like, bloodlust. Usually, when you go toe to toe, because we've been fighting with Grimfast for decades. They like to get into skirmishes and whatnot. It's kind of a thing for them. Violence, bloodlust, it's kind of their thing. So we've gone toe to toe with them for a while now. But this guy, this seemed to be more of the means to an end. But also, he was not dressed like them at all. Didn't even see his face, just his mask. I saw my own reflection in it.
Mirror mask faces. I've seen some of them before.
Oh, yeah. He was a big feller, though. Big feller. But, yeah, I had this. So, if we run across him, I want first dibs, but I mean.
Yep, you call him out. We'll let you have him.
Just keep an eye out for the big fellow with the big belly and the Morning Star.
Sounds good. I appreciate the warm hospitality. I think I'm going to check on them. They've been gone for 2 days, and I don't know where they've gone.
So then I said to the other guy, yeah, because of your arm, you're not going to be able to get me.
All right.
And then what happened?
And then he tried to get me with his prosthetic, but I only broke it. So it didn't work. He just kind of flopped around like this.
Did he have another prosthetic?
He couldn't. I killed him before he could.
Okay.
But he probably would have. He would just have to wait a long time to ask someone because he was also trapped under the boulders.
Oh, hi, Ardavan.
Right. So, you can all take a long rest if you need.
Yay! Yippee!
And come the next morning. The sun rises over the area, over the Badlands, and the fire the funeral pyre that you have made is still smoking a little bit. And
people.
And as you do, he goes in. You see Durlick. He goes up and he collects 18 containers, basically, whether they're glass bottles, bags, things like that. And each one he does, he'll take the ashes of one of his friends, fill up the container, seal it with whatever means he can, and then he'll take like a broken piece of wood and scratch the name onto each of them. And as he's doing this, he is whistling casually.
Do you want a bigger bag for all those?
Nah, we only need a bit for the next of kin.
No, I mean like for all the containers that you have. Do you want like a bigger bag to hold them in while we go?
Oh, that would be nice, yes.
Yeah.
Next of kin, not Mexican. Okay, got it.
For the
Oh my
Mexicans,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, only a little bit for the Mexican.
I like this.
he really-
The singular.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
one Mexican.
He
thing.
really
The
like-
Mexican.
He really likes this stuff for some reason.
He's a dealer.
Yeah, Cosmo just gets like a burlap bag and starts helping him gather them all.
I think Wayne would just be kind of watching from on top of the cart, watching him do it, and just writing in his journal.
Right, and then I think with that, he'll go and then he'll take his broken spear. He doesn't really have clothes anymore, and a lot of the clothes around were either packed up when the civilians left or are way too big for him, so he's just there in his trousers, and you just see him go and tuck the spearhead into his waistband.
Cosmo would probably give him like one of the spare shirts that like VB had or something like that. That's still in the cart. Like, yeah, maybe this will fit you.
And he's just like, no. This cloak. He's like, this cloak is enough. And he'll like go and proudly like show his still pretty gross scars on his gut and stuff, but they're not profusely bleeding. And then you see him like shiver a little bit as the wind blows. Okay, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Any
I-
other time, I would say, yeah, you do you, but it is kind of chilly, and I don't want you to get infected.
I just keep picturing it like in his trousers with a cloak or cape or whatever. Like I'm picturing a
The
little
feathers.
halfling Nacho Libre. Just
That's honestly not too far off what he would look like, honestly. With his curly hair and stuff, it's not too
Yeah.
far off.
And he even has the power of the eagle.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll just like, yeah, he'll just go and he'll accept your help in storing those bottles, just like, well, I'm ready.
You ready, Wayne?
Yes, I'm ready.
Right. Right, just climb into the wagon, get comfortable, and enjoy the ride.
And he'll go and he'll like pretty deftly go and like hoist himself up onto the roof of the cart with Wayne, and then he'll just sprawl out, just spread eagle.
I get it. Everything's eagle themed. We get it. Oh, on top instead of inside. All right. Closes up the wagon, goes to the front. Do you want to drive Autobahn, or is it my turn? I mean,
it's your turn. Yeah.
okay. And she'll flick the reins and set off.
Okay.
We did it.
As you set off to these to Eagle's Roost. He'll kind of point out, like, Durlick will kind of point out, see this trail right here? You're gonna want to go this way, because if you go straight on, and it's actually like kind of hard to see, but you do see like in the dirt, just like slightly more pressed down, so a very faint trail. It's like, yeah, if you go straight on that way, you're gonna run into a couple of Cyclops, and they don't take too kindly to us getting close, so just go around and they won't give us any trouble.
Oh yeah, thank you. Definitely. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and he'll go back to just... so with Durlick as a guide, you can make it through without a hitch, basically. So is there anything you'd like to do during this travel time?
I think honestly, I spend most of the time just writing.
Yeah.
A
Cosmo
lot
would
of thoughts in Wayne's mind.
Yeah. Cosmo would be driving, listening to directions, watching out for watching the sky every now and then to make sure there's not another rock.
Yeah, you got that healthy paranoia now.
Yeah, definitely.
You're just driving like this.
Every bird you see, you're like, is that really far away, or is it just a regular bird? Like, it's
Yeah,
hard to gauge.
Oh, I saw a shadow.
Especially with
it's
one
just a
eye, the
cloud.
depth perception is just not there.
Okay. So, are we just going straight west?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo.
So, eventually, as you eventually start to as night falls, the terrain gets pretty bumpy. You're noticing battlements, trenches dug here and there, not currently occupied, but recently used. So you're seeing, spent ammunition, arrows sticking out of the ground and everything. And you see this large, in the distance, you see this large structure about the size of Thurnwald, so really good size, with probably well over 20 huge towers of varying heights. And off on your left, you can see what looks like a temporary siege camp on the outside. Couple trebuchets. And you can see at this point, it's more like an amorphous swarm. But you can see the soldiers. And as you do, you see Durlick. He kind of looks over. Okay, so we dealt with the bigger force. Got it. and you see him, he sits back. Well, that's unfortunate for them. And he kind of like sits up straight. It's like, he's like, oh, they're gonna be in for a world of fun.
Is that Eagle's Roost soldiers, or are those Grimfast soldiers?
Oh, those are Grimfasts over there.
Should probably just go past them then. First, I was going to ask if we should go approach, but if they're Grimfast, I don't want to get anywhere near them.
Oh, we'll just go in through the north gate. It's fine.
Okay.
Just and he'll just like just veer right this way. And he's just going. And you see he's got this big shit-eating grin on his face as he's just
Head
like
north for 2 miles.
yeah, he's got this big shit-eating grin, and he's just like he actually go ahead and make an insight check for me.
Okay. Nope. I'm -1.
What did you get, Wayne?
15.
15. You can see it's not very hard to see it. You can tell he's like, oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
I'll just attribute mine to the fact I'm driving and not up there at all. I can't see his
Yeah,
face.
he's got kind of that. Yeah, he's got this.
That
he's
grin.
got this grin on his face, and he's just like, and he looks way happier than he should be, even more so than before.
That's great.
Well, given the arrows, I assume they've already attempted to attack. This is just what remains.
Yeah, it probably was when the bigger force split off is what these battlements were for. But I mean, if we dealt with the bigger force and the main force is heading up north and they just left this small battalion here, I mean, I don't think they know what they're getting themselves into. And now we've got some rock slayers with us. he's just like going, he's just like, oh. He's just like he's like going, he's just like, and then you start to hear this. Wait for it. And look. And he points upward. And you see this wave, probably like a dozen figures, take off from the towers on flying creatures. And as you look, each one is different, and some of them shouldn't fly. You see a horse running through the air. You see a horse running through the air. Somebody is on this on an axe beak that's also running through the air. And as they hit like the invisible ground, you see like a spectral light that they're kind of bouncing off of. One of them seems to be on a griffin, and you just see them. And as you see them go, and you see these glowing orbs being dumped out, you see them turn these bags inside out as you see dozens of glowing orbs dropping from each of them as a slew of alchemist fires drop down. It's good to be home! And that's where we're going to end it today.
Oh my gosh.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, to reiterate, this was a pre-recorded, so if you didn't see your chat below, that was why. But I hope you all enjoyed. So thank you to everybody who will be tuning into this, lurking or otherwise. And let me roll a d4. And Artavan, would you thank our lovely patrons, please?
Thank you, D4 Fan and Brennan. Support is always appreciated.
He needs some coffee.
But yeah, thank you all so much, and we will pick up right here where we left off. So huge shout out to Tabletop Audio for allowing us to use those background tracks. And if you are so inclined, support us on Patreon. We will see you all next time. Bye-bye.